Alright, I have some stuff, but I need to like shelf some shit in a bit before I continue because otherwise there's like too much shit on the floor. I am swearing, I'm so sorry. Right, so we have Moggy 3 and 4, Moggy 1 and 2, Promise Neverland 4, Devil's Line 4, Devil's Line 3, The Girl from the Other Side 3, 4, 5 and 6. I've read all those. Yotsuba 13, Yotsuba 14. The rest I still have at home in the garage. It's still in the box. I don't think I can actually take those boxes just yet. Because there's no space. I don't think so. Haikyuu 1. Promise Neverland 9 and 10. Haikyuu 23, 24, 25, 26. I think that's the last volume I've read. Right. That's all on the Jonan Jump shelf. Then we have Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. Ireland. I haven't read that, so TBR. Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. I'm gonna put those on my boys shelf. That's where it belongs. Banana Fish 4. The Girl from the Other Side 1 and 2. The Japanese Haikyuu art book, I think. Then we have I Hear the Sunspot and Banana Fish 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. They go to another shelf. Obviously. Now I have too much stuff on the floor. I can't even move them to the right spot. Here we go. More Moggy. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Read those. Girl of Ink and Stars. I bought this because it's beautiful. The cover, I started reading it, couldn't get into it. It's still beautiful. Maybe someday I will read it. So TBR. Then I have Rick Riordan's Percy Jackson. I think that's books 2 and 3. I think. Sea of Monsters and Titan's Curse. Yeah, books 2 and 3. I've read book 1. I want the illustrated versions of these though. But TBR. Also have the entirety of the Vampire Academy books. They're also TBR, so we have 1, 2 terrible covers. 3, 4, 5 and 6. What is with book series and them getting like bigger with every fucking book? Jesus. Then I have Sweetness and Lightning Volume 1 and Silver Spoon 3 and 4. Oh boy. Then I have Cormac McCarthy, The Road. I cannot get into this, so I will give this away. It's also damaged, I just saw, because whoops, you can see it damaged here. Oh well. Right. Oops. Then we have Promise Neverland 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh god. And Yankees Volume 1, where I really need to get the rest of these because I fucking love this series. Then Red, White and Royal Blue, of course, this shelf. Banana Fish 1, 2, 3, of course, this shelf. Then we have Blade of the Immortal Omnibus 6. Such a heavy book. Sweetness and Lightning 2 and 3 and Silver Spoon 1 and 2. Also 2 series. I need to continue. And now I have to box first. Not box, I mean I have to... Oops. I have to shelf some of these books first. Right, so let's do that. roughly got some shit done. So else we have The Girl from the Other Side 7, Middle West Book 1, and Frankenstein by Junji Ito, which are my current reads because Halloweenish reads, so current TBR. Then I have Banana Fish 11 to 19, which concludes the series, so I have to read this still, so also current TBR. Wayward Son by Rainbow Rowell, also current TBR. Then we have My Hero Academia 12 to 18, also current TBR. And Sandman Volume 3, also current TBR. Then I have Postal Volume 4, which I've already read, so it goes here. Giant Days 7, 8, and 9, also already read, so it goes here. And then I have the heavy pile of Rebirth, Nightwing, and Batman, which are also current TBR. So there's that. Then I have the complete tales and poems of Edgar Allan Poe in this book. So technically it's TBR, but also I'm just gonna display it because it's beautiful. So, and I have Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, the illustrated version, also current TBR, or it's gonna be TBR, but also I'm gonna display it somewhere else. So there's that, and now I need to get more books. Alright, so I got everything out of my wardrobe, so but I still have 3 boxes where I'm not sure how many books I have in there. So let's see. Alright, so we have the complete collection of the Infertile Devices by Cassandra Clare. Then a history of notable Shadowhunters and denizens of Downworld, which is also Shadowhunter companion. Then I have Lady Midnight, Bane Chronicles, and Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy. I'm gonna make an extra Shadowhunter shelf, maybe, even though it's not my favorite thing at all. Then I have Haikyuu Volume 3, which I didn't even realize one was missing. Whoops! Right, then I have Boozer Ranking Volume 1, which I got from Chin Graves. And also Eye Shield 21, which I also got from Chin Graves. Then I have Hunter x Hunter 31, which I haven't read yet. My Hero Academia Vigilantes, also haven't read yet. Magi 31. Volumes 1 and 2 of Erased, which also I haven't read, but I want to wait till I have all of the books. Then I have 3 comics of Calvin and Hobbes that I have read, but it's been a while, so I want to reread some point. I want to get all of them, but then I have The Nightmare Before Christmas by Tim Burton as this children's book. I've read that one last Halloween. Then I have Nightwing Volume 1, the 90s one, which I DNF'd because I couldn't get into it, so I don't know what I want to do with it. Then I have Nightwing 3 and 4 from the New 52. Then I have a Batman Volume 1. I've read all of those. Here are the other 2 Nightwing ones from the 90s version. Then I have Sandman 4 and 5, which is also current TBR, or should be, maybe, I don't know. Then we have Captain America Marvel Now, I think it's what it was, volumes 1 and 2. I have all of this in a single issue, so. Then I have Daredevil Back in Black volumes 1 and 2. Then I have Sandman Volume 1, Nightwing Volume 1, Nightwing Volume 2, and then my Back to the Future comics. So we have Volume 1, Volume 2, I assume they have no volume numbers, but then I have the rest of Giant Days, which is 1 to 6. I love this. Then I have Fans, my favorite comic at the moment. So this is going into a section, a different one. And then I have Lenore, another Lenore book that I've read, but I might reread it eventually. And the rest of the Back to the Future. Wait, I was lying. They are numbered. I just didn't look at the top. So we have 3, 4, and 5, and a Biff to the Future. Then I have Hunter x Hunter 32 to 34, Golden Kamuy 4, 5, and 6, which I can't read yet because I don't have the rest of it. Then I have Full Metal Alchemist, the first hardcover, which I fucking love, and I need to get the rest because I want to read this series. I've never read it, I only watched the anime. Then I have 3 random volumes of Magi, which I can't read yet. Then I have Saga Volume 7, Volume 8, Volume 9, Outcast Volume 2, Outcast Volume 3, Outcast Volume 4, Outcast 5, 6, Postal Volume 1, Postal Volume 2, and Postal Volume 3. Read all of this. Then I have the second book in the Dark Artifices by Cassandra Clare, which I still need to read, but I'm intimidated AF. Then I have Red Scrolls of Magic, which I'm having a hard time holding off because I want to read this other series first, but I just really want to read this. So then I have Wild Card, which I also need to read. I don't know how to go. And I don't want to break these books, but they're so heavy. Then I have Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets illustrated versions, which I'm also currently reading, or have started like a billion years ago but didn't continue just yet. So it's also current TBR. And then I have Illumine, which I DNF, but maybe I will give it another chance. Then I have Warcross, which I've read. I don't know where I'm putting it yet. Then I have Never Sky and Ever Sky, or Ever Sky and Never Sky. I don't know which one's the first one. I bought this like a billion years ago. I never read it. I don't know if I ever will, but we'll see. Then I have Neil Gaiman's Norse mythology, which I've read. Then I have some more of my old books. So I have another Sidney Sheldon book, which is called The Doomsday Conspiracy. Also read this a billion years ago. Then I have found a very old book of mine, a children's book that I used to read about a cat. And it looks like it actually is a German book. It doesn't have another title. So it is a German book. So that's good. So it's called Lovely Cat Cosimo by Marcel Walmy, which I said is German, and it's a book I read when I was like a kid. It's like very small. It's like 124 pages, as children's book should be. So I thought I found it. I was like, I'm gonna keep this. Then I have Percy Jackson, the first book. I've read this one. Then I have The Forbidden Wish by Jessica Khoury, which I really loved. It's an Aladdin retelling. Then I have 1,000 Beginnings and Endings, which was for a readathon. Then I have The Collector, which I haven't read yet. Then I have My Lover, My Enemy, which is book 5 in the series I'm reading. I haven't been reading in a while, so I need to continue, but yeah, I've read that one. Then What If It's Us, a fucking cute book. And Blue Lily Lily Blue, which is the 3rd book in the Raven Boys. So there's that. And then I have Grayson Volume 5, which is the last book I need to read in this series. Then I have Howl's Moving Castle, which I haven't read yet. Then I have Stephen King's Carrie, which is in German. I'm having a hard time getting into Stephen King, even though I used to read Stephen King, but I don't know at the moment. Then I have Dean Koontz Velocity, which should also be like some crime shit that I bought secondhand. I used to read Dean Koontz as well, so maybe someday I get back into it. Then I have the first 2 books in the Stephen King's The Dark Tower, and they're also in German, so maybe someday. Then I have this book Freedom that I got for free at work once, and I think I'm giving this away. So there's that. Then I got Salem's Lot by Stephen King. I can't get into this, it's terrible. I've read up to page 60, and I just can't. I don't know why. I love Stephen King shit, I love dark shit, but I just can't. Then I have Anna Kendrick's biography that I still haven't read either, which is sad. Then I have The Raven King, the last book that I still need to read, so it's current TBR. And I have this thriller that is also by a German author, and he's really good. He's like really dark. My sister loves reading his books. And another guy from Germany, because she likes psychology shit, and they're like, this is like Criminal Minds shit, like it's dark. And yeah, but it's huge, and yeah, I need to get back into this shit. So yes, these are all the books that I had in my wardrobe. My feet fell asleep. I still have 3 boxes that I don't know what's in there, so I will look at them in a second, but I first have to get rid of these books again, so let's do this. This is gonna be a 15-parter of a video because it's too long. Where am I going with this shit? Right. My first box has, I'm gonna have to go quick because my battery is dying soon. Alright, so I have my Harry Potter signature editions. This is Deathly Hallows and Half-Blood Prince. Then I have The Melancholy Death of Oyster Boy and Other Stories by Tim Burton. Then I have Go For It Nakamura. Then I have all of Hunter x Hunter that I have read so far, which is up to 30. So you all know what the covers look like. So then I have another Brian Selznick book, which is The Marvels. I've read that one. Then I have 2 books of My Brother's Husband, which are so cute. Then here's The Philosopher's Stone. Here's Prisoner of Azkaban and Chamber of Secrets. Then we have Gyo and Ibitsu, which is if you want a really gory Halloween read, this is it. Then I have High Crimes, Voltron, and Order of Phoenix, and A Goblet of Fire. Obviously I'm getting the illustrated version, but I'm going to keep those as well.